We are today faced with the prospect of an exponential technological revolution. The pace at which technology is changing each and every day is at such a tremendous pace that we cannot foresee what is going to happen in the next few years. It would perhaps be appropriate to say that the way technology has changed our lives in the last 20-25 years, it has never been the case starting from the beginning of man's evolution. Today, this pace of technology change is going to further exponentially increase, and in the next 20 years, we will be facing technology at a scale that was hitherto unknown or unforeseen. As academia and industry leaders, we are all gathered here to understand that change, to understand how we can prepare for that change, because if we do not ride the wave of technological change, it is quite possible that we may be drowned and cease to exist. A few examples. Today, everybody talks only about digital photography. But as children, when we grew up, we used to buy photo films of 36 exposures and load it into our cameras, and we would have arrived at every tourist spot taking pictures. A few years down the line today, the very eminent and very famous companies who manufactured those films have ceased to exist because technology has moved on. And many industries which did not realize, which did not adapt to the changing pace of technology have now become extinct. This is one example. Similarly, today, we have to understand that, as Mahatma Gandhi once very famously said, the future is what we prepare for in the present. The future is what we prepare for in the present. About 20 years ago, when the IT revolution just started, the government of Tamil Nadu took many steps to enable the IT revolution to take a foothold and develop in the state of Tamil Nadu. Starting from the IT policy, starting from the IT SEZs, with partnerships with industry. They even went on to create joint ventures with the IT industry. They joined with industry to basically promote their activities. Special parks like tidal parks were created. ELCOT SEZs were created so that IT majors could come here and start their work. A trained manpower, a large pool of educated students, thanks to all the educational institutions that you have founded and who are running these days. It was a good ecosystem in which the IT sector took root, and it has grown as a huge behemoth in Tamil Nadu today. There are estimates that in Tamil Nadu, the total value of software exports per annum is about 1 lakh crores. In spite of it, the government realized that IT was perhaps limited to the metropolitan cities. It was catering to a hugely Western audience. And then the second phase of the IT revolution started, when Tier 2 cities had also started becoming IT hubs. ELCOT pioneered this move by starting SEZs in most of the Tier 2 cities. We have had a very good response. And in fact, we see that the cost of setting up and managing these kind of IT SEZs is far lesser in Tier 2 cities. So, from a very elite, from a very metropolitan-focused paradigm, we have moved on to Tier 2, and we have also pioneered in Tamil Nadu the first rural BPO in the whole country. So, it is for us a lot of technology. In the first introduction, I think 4 or 5 concepts were mentioned: artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data analytics, machine learning. These are all concepts and technology that are not very remotely into the future. They are here and now. As our Mindtree Consulting chairperson was mentioning a few minutes ago, if people think that this is going to happen sometime in very distant future, it is not true. It's already happening and it's happening now. So for us, there is no time to lose, and it is time for us to understand what it means, what all these technologies mean to our lives, how they will disrupt our lives, and how we can be better prepared. This is perhaps one small thing that this particular bridge conference is focusing on, the future of work. Automation will help the workplace become dramatically efficient. All repetitive works, all works which will be of a massive scale, will have to be going into this kind of automation. Automation invariably increases efficiency. In fact, Amazon, it is said, used a Kiva robot technology to improve their warehouse fulfillment planning and speed by almost 400%. So essentially, we are looking at technology which is going to bring in dramatic improvements in efficiency. With efficiency will come productivity, and more important, accuracy. So technology will basically bring, especially large areas, large operations will be more amenable to technology in terms of giving it more productivity and flexibility. We already see that many people in the IT industry need not necessarily come to the office or need not come to the every day. They have flexible hours, they work from remote locations. In fact, a lot of outsourcing has happened in such a way that BPO, sitting in a call center in India, we service the clients in USA or UK. So in future, it is quite possible that a person could perhaps stay in his house, work from a remote location, and ensure that the output that is required of him could be contributed. This will have a dramatic impact on mobility and staffing. So, what is it that we are now looking at? Are we to be threatened? Are we saying, long ago, when computerization came in, all the bank employees went on strike. In fact, many of the bank unions and associations were protesting that with computerization, there will be loss of jobs, and therefore it is a disruptive force. But today, if you see, there have been actually more number of jobs created by IT. It is just that the nature of the jobs has changed. Similarly, we expect that in this technological revolution, it is possible that certain kinds of jobs which are currently available may not be required. But there are many other kind of jobs that will become open. As our professor, Mr. Lakshmanan was mentioning, what these jobs are, detailed analysis is happening and it is emerging. And it is to us, as a government, for us, it is a dilemma. On one hand, we want to promote technology. On the other hand, we want to promote employment opportunities. It is with this twin mode that the government now has taken up many initiatives. For example, Tier 2 cities have already been provided connectivity. But the government also now has embarked on a very revolutionary scheme of providing connectivity to each and every Gram Panchayat through the BharatNet scheme. In the BharatNet scheme, all digital services will be provided in the remotest village by providing them connectivity and access to IT-enabled services. It is a big transformation that is waiting to happen. Distances will disappear. Access to services will now be by the click of a button. Second thing that the government is proposing to build a huge fiber network for these purposes. The second part of it is, while BharatNet is focusing on the rural connectivity part of it, the government of Tamil Nadu has also taken a decision to augment connectivity even in urban areas, keeping in mind the future technological evolution of communication and connectivity. 5G and other technologies are going to come, and keeping that in mind, and also keeping in mind the exponential expansion of digital services, we are also planning a digital skeleton or a framework for the entire state, including urban and rural areas. This is the whole architecture will be FiberNet, and it is being done through an organization called Tamil Nadu FiberNet Corporation. And we have also started many incubators. In fact, an IT warehouse has been started to promote startups and to promote them, to give them an ecosystem where they can immediately start their activities. And we have started right now one in Chennai, and looking at the experience, we are willing to support similar centers all over the state. I would only like to say the government of Tamil Nadu is actively engaging with industry, with academia, and with all the stakeholders to promote Tamil Nadu as an IT destination in the world. Thank you for this opportunity to be here this morning in your midst and for sharing my thoughts. Thank you so much.